Seneca's letters that can change your life. The roar of the modern world often drowns out the quiet wisdom that could truly anchor us. In the clamor of ephemeral trends and instant gratification, we sometimes forget that some of the most profound truths were penned centuries ago. Among these timeless treasures are the Epistolae Morales ad Lucilium, the moral letters to Lucilius, written by the Roman Stoic philosopher Lucius Annaeus Seneca. More than mere philosophical tracts, these are 124 intimate, practical, and surprisingly modern dispatches from a man grappling with power, wealth, exile, and mortality, offering a roadmap for a richer, more resilient existence. Seneca wasn't a sage sealed in an ivory tower. He was a dynamic, flawed man, a playwright, a wealthy advisor to Nero, and ultimately a victim of the very political machine he navigated. It's this messy, real-world context that makes his counsel so compellingly authentic. His letters aren't sermons. They are conversations with a dear friend, Lucilius, offering weekly, actionable lessons on mastering the art of living. The tyranny of the unexamined life. Why we need Seneca now. In a world obsessed with hustle culture and outward success, Seneca redirects our focus inward. He argues that our deepest anxieties stem not from external misfortunes, but from the unexamined, undisciplined state of our own minds. One of the most radical, yet often overlooked lessons is on the true nature of leisure. Seneca famously critiques those who are merely busily idle, nigatosis iners. They are people constantly in motion, checking every update, attending every meeting, pursuing endless acquisitions, yet never actually doing anything of substance for their character or soul. They confuse activity with purpose. In letter 55, on the uselessness of travel and other commitments, he gently but firmly points out that running from place to place won't solve the problem, because the problem is you. You are flying from yourself, he writes. The key to inner peace isn't changing your location or your job title, it's changing your perspective. This is a powerful antidote to the modern belief that happiness is just one successful trip or purchase away. The Stoic Toolkit, Practical Lessons for Daily Resilience. Seneca's letters provide a remarkably practical toolkit for navigating life's inevitable difficulties, moving far beyond simplistic maxims. 1. The discipline of premeditating evils, premeditatio malorum. This Stoic technique is not a form of pessimism, but a powerful defensive strategy. Seneca urges Lucilius and us to regularly contemplate the loss of the things we hold most dear, wealth, health, and loved ones. Not to make us miserable, but to strip these eventualities of their power to shock and devastate. When you mentally rehearse the worst-case scenario, you realize two things. First, that you are resilient enough to survive it, and second, that your current troubles are often trivial by comparison. The insight. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By confronting our deepest fears in a controlled mental environment, we diminish the fear itself, thus enhancing our appreciation for the present moment. 2. The art of voluntary simplicity, contemptus rerum supervacuarum. Seneca, despite his wealth, championed a deliberate practice of voluntary poverty. He advises setting aside a few days each month to live on the coarsest fare and clothing. The goal isn't self-flagellation. It's to inoculate yourself against the fear of losing your comforts. By proving to yourself that you can thrive on little, you break the chains of consumerism and ambition that bind you. The insight. True wealth is not having great possessions, but having few wants. Freedom is achieved when your happiness is independent of external luxuries. 3. The use of time, the irreplaceable asset. Perhaps the most repeated theme is the management of time. Seneca views time as our only non-renewable resource, yet the one we are most careless in guarding. In Letter 1 on saving time, he delivers a stark realization. It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a good deal of it. He's not just talking about procrastination. He's talking about wasting time on toxic company, pointless social obligations, and the pursuit of things that do not nourish the soul. He encourages daily self-audits, asking yourself at the end of the day, what progress did I make today? What vice did I resist? What habit did I improve? The insight: we should live each day as if it were a complete life. The time you take for yourself, for self-improvement, contemplation, and genuine connection, is the only time that truly belongs to you. Beyond the philosophy, the language of a friend. What makes these letters so enduring is the emotional warmth beneath the Stoic rigor. Seneca wasn't just teaching philosophy, he was practicing friendship. He often shares his own struggles, his own lapses in judgment, and his own quest for improvement, making the text feel less like an ancient doctrine and more like an intimate conversation with a mentor. He knows the road is difficult, and he offers encouragement, not condemnation. The legacy of these letters is a profound and achievable one: to stop being a passenger in your own life. Seneca gives us the courage to look inward, the tools to build resilience against misfortune, and the profound realization that the only time we truly possess is the present. If this deep dive into Seneca's timeless wisdom resonated with you, imagine the transformative power of exploring these ideas further. Don't let this be the end of the conversation. Hit that like button to share this insight with others who need it. Subscribe for more content that can truly elevate your thinking. And most importantly, drop a comment below letting me know which of Seneca's lessons you find most challenging or most helpful in your own life. Your thoughts fuel the journey.